Two of the biggest names in tech just dropped their flagship foldables within weeks of each other, and for the first time in years, this isn't a one-sided fight. One phone brings a 200 megapixel camera and a battery built for all-day abuse. The other brings something Samsung still can't touch: 7 years of software support and a camera system that thinks smarter, not just bigger. So which one earns a spot in your pocket? Let's break it down. Samsung wins the thinnest fold on the market argument, and it's not close. The Z Fold 8 Ultra measures a genuinely absurd 4.1 millimeters when unfolded and weighs just 215 grams, lighter than a lot of slab phones. Samsung achieved this with a new flex titanium layer under the display and an armor aluminum frame, and after 8 generations, the hinge finally feels like it was designed instead of tolerated. The crease is nearly invisible thanks to a new anti-reflective coating, and reviewers are saying it works. The Pixel 11 Pro Fold isn't trying to win a thinness contest. It's 5mm unfolded and 10.1mm folded, noticeably chunkier than the Z Fold 8 Ultra, but Google put that extra material budget toward durability. It's rated 3 times stronger than the outgoing Pixel 10 Pro Fold thanks to a new gearless hinge, and critically, it carries a full IP68 rating. That last point matters more than people give it credit for. Samsung's Z Fold 8 Ultra is only IP48 rated, which means it's built to survive spills and splashes, not a drop in the pool or a dunk in the sink. The Pixel's IP68 rating means genuine submersion protection. If you're the type of person who's ever dropped a phone in a toilet or gotten caught in a downpour, that's not a small difference. Edge, Samsung for sheer pocketability and hinge feel, Pixel for actual durability when things go wrong. Both phones land on an 8-inch inner display, and both are genuinely gorgeous, so this one comes down to details. The Pixel's Super Actua Flex display hits up to 3600 nits of peak brightness, technically outshining the Z Fold 8 Ultra's already bright 3000 nit panel. Google also uses ultra-thin glass on the inner screen for a more durable folding surface. Samsung counters with resolution and a taller cover screen. The Z Fold 8 Ultra's outer display is a proper 6.5-inch 21:9 panel that finally feels like using a normal phone instead of a shrunken candy bar. Samsung also added anti-reflective coating to the inner screen this year specifically to hide the crease, and reviewers are saying it works. Edge, genuinely a toss-up. Brightness goes to Google, cover screen usability goes to Samsung. This is where the two phones diverge philosophically. The Z Fold 8 Ultra runs the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, a custom-tuned chip Samsung claims delivers a 21% NPU boost, 15% better graphics, and 16% faster CPU performance over last year's Fold 7. On paper, that's the more powerful chip, and it should show up in gaming and heavy multitasking benchmarks. The Pixel 11 Pro Fold runs Google's Tensor G6 paired with the Titan M3 security chip. Tensor chips have never been benchmark champions, and this generation likely won't change that story. But raw power isn't really Tensor's job. It's built to make on-device AI features like Gemini Nano running locally, circle to search, and real-time translation feel instant without hitting the cloud. If your use case is heavy gaming or intensive multitasking, Samsung's chip is the safer bet. If you care more about AI features working fast and privately, Tensor's specialization pays off. Edge, Samsung for raw horsepower, Google for on-device AI responsiveness. Samsung's 5000 mAh battery beats Google's 4806 mAh on paper, and Samsung backs it up with a rated 27 hours of video playback and 45-watt wired charging. Google counters with a 24+ hour battery life claim of its own and 50% in 30 minutes fast charging on a 30-watt charger, plus 25-watt wireless charging through its new Pixel Snap magnetic system, something Samsung's Z Fold 8 Ultra doesn't match with equivalent wireless speeds. In practice, these numbers are close enough that daily use will matter more than the spec sheet. But if you're someone who charges wirelessly on a stand at your desk all day, the Pixel's Q2.2 Pixel Snap system is a meaningfully better experience than what Samsung offers here. Edge, Samsung for wired charging speed and total capacity, Google for wireless convenience. Here's the number that's going to dominate every headline: 200 megapixels. Samsung's Z Fold 8 Ultra packs a 200 megapixel wide sensor alongside a newly upgraded 50 megapixel ultra wide, up from 12 megapixels last year, with a wider f1.9 aperture that Samsung says improves brightness by 34%. Both the wide and ultra wide lenses now shoot in 8K, and Samsung's Pro Visual Engine handles noise reduction in real time for genuinely impressive low light video. Google's approach looks unimpressive by comparison on paper: a 48 megapixel wide, a 10.5 megapixel ultra wide, and a 10.8 megapixel 5x telephoto. But raw megapixels don't tell the whole story. The Pixel's telephoto lens gives it actual 5x optical zoom and a 30x super zoom mode, something Samsung's Fold 8 Ultra simply doesn't offer at all. Samsung tops out around 2x optical quality zoom with no dedicated telephoto hardware. If you actually zoom in on subjects regularly, the Pixel wins that fight outright. Google also leans hard on computational photography tricks like AdMe, Best Take, and Magic Editor that Samsung's Galaxy AI doesn't replicate exactly. Edge, Samsung for wide-angle detail and 8K video, Google for actual zoom versatility and computational editing tools. This is arguably the biggest gap between these two phones, and it doesn't show up on a spec sheet at all. Google is promising 7 years of OS, security, and pixel drop updates on the 11 Pro Fold. Samsung offers up to 7 generations of OS upgrades too, technically matching that number, but Samsung's foldables have historically launched on a slightly older Android version and taken longer to catch up. The Pixel ships on Android 17 out of the box. The Fold 8 Ultra ships on Android 16 with One UI 9 layered on top. If long-term software freshness matters to you, especially since a phone at this price point should realistically last 4 to 5 years, Google's Day 1 advantage and update cadence make a real difference over time. Edge, Google, and it's not particularly close. The Pixel 11 Pro Fold starts at $1,899 before trade-in, or as low as $899 with an eligible trade-in. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra starts at $2,199.99. That's a real $200 gap in Samsung's favor before you even factor in trade-in credits, which Samsung is also offering up to $1,000 on right now. Edge, Pixel on sticker price alone. If you're a photo-focused buyer who wants real optical zoom, computational editing tools, guaranteed long-term software support, and genuine water submersion protection, the Pixel 11 Pro Fold is the smarter buy, and it's cheaper too. If you're a power user who wants the thinnest, lightest foldable ever made, the biggest main sensor on the market, faster charging, and raw chip performance for gaming and multitasking, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra is worth the extra $200, as long as you're careful around water. Neither phone is a bad choice this year. That alone is a big deal for the foldable category. But if you're buying based on what actually changes your daily experience, rather than what looks best in a spec sheet screenshot, the Pixel's durability and software promise are hard to argue against. Let me know in the comments which one you're picking, and if you want a full camera shootout between these two, I'll get that filmed next.